Namaste and welcome to Om Shanti Yoga's video channel and our mini-series on yoga for after brain tumor surgery. My name is Ursula and this is physical therapy for week 3. And what we're doing here in this week is adding on to what we've done the week before. So we're simply going to make sure we're using the resistance band, and let me get it. Making sure that we go through all exercises this week as well, and we get to the 3 sets of 10. As a reminder, it was the rowing, what I call the lawnmower, where we move across the chest, and it was the chop, and for this week we're going to add a little bit of additional focus, an additional challenge to the James Bond. If you remember last week, we did this exercise, over to the right, over to the left, keeping the focus on the fingers and adding the foot. You might remember this from last week. So what we're doing this week is we're adding the resistance band. So add the resistance band, and I'm going to wobble here because I've not yet practiced this for a full week. So band comes in your hand, fingers with the pointers out, focal point stays on the finger. You go over to one side, step the foot back, step the foot back, foot goes back. And once you feel stable, you can also bend into that front knee. Your focal point always stays on the finger. And then you simply switch sides. Same thing here, over to the right, left foot goes back. Also here, we're working up to 3 sets of 10. The other exercises, physical therapy exercises for this week, I'll show you over on the yoga mat. So this is the second part of physical therapy for week 3. You're going to need a chair for that, and you don't necessarily need a yoga mat. You can also do this on any floor that has maybe a little bit of carpet, or you can use a thick blanket or anything underneath your knees to make it more comfortable. All right, so a couple of exercises here, and you'll also see this weaved into the yoga practice videos that I'm sharing for this week. So we're starting off with the chair, and I'm going to move the chair so that you can see this in the proper direction. So what we're going to do is sit at the edge of the chair, feet about hip distance apart and both toes pointing forward. And what we're simply going to do is stand up, bring our arms up, sit back down until we touch the chair and bring our arms back. Inhale, arms up and back. Really sit down low and controlled into the chair. So the key for this one is you keep your neck straight. So your focal point is moving as you are moving. In the previous weeks, we held the gaze steady as much as possible on one point. For this week, we're moving the focal point along as we're doing this practice. Inhale, come up, gaze is straight forward, keep your neck long, bring your arms back, sit back down, come back up. And again, even also here, we're working up to 3 sets of 10. You can use as much time as you need to do that. You can take breaks in between, take it slow. The other practice we're going to do is we're going to go into a tabletop position, hands and knees. Knees about hip distance apart. Hips are stacked over your knees. Shoulders over your wrists, so that you have kind of a 90-degree angle here with between your arm, your torso, and your knees. Untuck your toes, put the tops of the feet flat on the mat and press them down. And the first thing we're going to do is bring the right leg to the back, stretch it long, and just lift it up. I'm going to move forward a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. Right leg to the back and up. Toes are pointing down, hips are level. Now if this feels good and stable, bring your left arm out to the front. So, left arm out to the front, right arm to the back. And then what we're going to do is inhale, crunch the elbow to the knee, Exhale, bring it out long. Tap the hand down, tap the foot down. Foot up, hand up. Bring it in. Bring it out. Tap it down. Bring it in. Bring it out. Tap it down. And you're simply going to do this on the other side. Now, if you don't feel safe and stable here, start with just bringing the foot back and keeping the foot long. And then, once you're stable with the leg, bring the arm out. Once you're stable here, start with the crunches or start with the taps. But you're trying to move the opposite leg and the opposite arm, hips stay level, and toes point down. Okay? Again, you may or may not be able to do this on the first day. Take it slow and work yourself up. The last exercise, two more exercises. The next one is what we call in yoga Anjani Asana. So I'm going to demonstrate this here. Your right leg comes forward, left knee comes back, right knee is over your right ankle, left leg is all the way to the back, toes are untucked. Press the right knee, right foot down as strongly into the mat as you can. Press your left top of the foot down into the mat. Press your knee down. Squeeze your butt. And you may just stay here. If you feel stable, you can bring your hands up to your knees. You can also use any type of blocks or big books that you have to come up here. Or if you feel super stable, you can bring your arms up here. More important than the arms is really the leg engagement here. So you keep pressing down through the front leg, keep pressing down through that leg, keep your butt engaged, squeeze your sex organs in and up, engage your torso, and then bring your arms up. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this on the other side. You can also see it here. So, other foot forward, right foot back, squeeze everything down, engage your buttocks, engage your lower back, front, lower ribs, bring your arms up. You can just hold it for 3 to 5 breaths and then return. Now, if this feels like a stable position, you can add on from here. And we're also going to do that in the yoga practice next week, but you may as well try it. So with your right leg forward and your left foot back, you need to ground down, stabilize yourself, bring both arms up, then bring the right arm forward, left arm back. First, your gaze is over your front arm, and then you bring your gaze around, look at your back arm. And you simply go front to back, shifting the gaze. If this feels wobbly at the beginning, perfectly normal. Just see whether you can shift the gaze with the twist. Okay? And the last exercise for today, you might, if it feels uncomfortable for you laying flat, you might want to use a bolster here or a yoga block. I'm going to use a yoga block, so you're going to lay flat on your back. I'll place the yoga block underneath the back of my head. Okay. Knees come up to a 90-degree angle. Scoot forward a little bit so you can see me properly. Press your lower back down into the mat so all of your spine from your tailbone all the way up to your shoulders connect to the floor. Bring your arms up. And then you're going to bring your right arm back, your left knee down. Other side. So in a way, you're bringing the opposite leg, opposite arm down, and you focus on not moving anything else. This was really hard for me the first 2 times. So this definitely takes practice, focus, and coordination. So practice this through this week. You can alternate these exercises with the resistance bands I showed you earlier, and then we'll add on in the following week. Again, take it slow, take as many breaks as you need. Namaste.